Cristiano Ronaldo's European journey is not just a collection of goals, trophies, and records, it is a living timeline of modern football history. This ultimate goal compilation captures the essence of a player who didn't merely participate in Europe's biggest tournaments, but shaped them with his ambition, athleticism, and relentless hunger for greatness. From the electric nights of the UEFA Champions League to the pressure-filled moments of the European qualifiers, every goal tells a story of evolution, resilience, and dominance that spans more than 2 decades. Ronaldo's first true European breakthrough came at Manchester United, where raw talent met elite coaching and unforgiving competition. In the early 2000s, he was a fearless winger, full of tricks, speed, and confidence, unafraid to take on defenders even when his decision-making was still developing. His early Champions League goals reflected that fearless mindset, long-range strikes, powerful headers, and moments of individual brilliance that hinted at something extraordinary. One of the defining moments of this phase was his thunderous header in the 2008 Champions League final, a goal that symbolized his transition from a promising youngster into a world-class performer capable of delivering on the biggest stage. As the years progressed, Ronaldo's European performances became more polished, more ruthless, and more decisive. He learned how to dominate matches not just with flair, but with timing, movement, and clinical finishing. The UEFA Champions League became his personal arena, a competition where pressure seemed to fuel him rather than slow him down. Whether it was group stage dominance or knockout stage heroics, Ronaldo consistently delivered when others faded. His ability to score in crucial moments, late winners, equalizers, and goals that shifted the momentum of entire ties, turned him into a nightmare for defenders and a dream for teammates. The move to Real Madrid marked the beginning of Ronaldo's most dominant European era. Wearing the famous white shirt, he transformed into a goal-scoring machine unlike anything the competition had ever seen. Season after season, he shattered records, redefining what was possible in the Champions League. His goals during this period were not just numerous, but iconic: bicycle kicks that left stadiums in disbelief, unstoppable free kicks, ice-cold penalties under unbearable pressure, and headers that seemed to defy physics. Each campaign added new chapters to his legacy, as he led Real Madrid to multiple Champions League titles and cemented himself as the competition's all-time top scorer. What made Ronaldo truly special in Europe was not just his technical ability, but his mentality. In knockout football, where a single mistake can end a season, he thrived. His performances against Europe's elite clubs showcased a player who understood the moment and embraced responsibility. Hat-tricks in decisive matches, comebacks that seemed impossible, and goals scored when the weight of expectation was at its heaviest all became part of his identity. The Champions League anthem itself seemed to awaken something different in him, as if the stage was built specifically for his ambition. Beyond the Champions League, Ronaldo's impact extended across every major UEFA competition. In the UEFA Super Cup, he demonstrated his ability to perform in high-profile clashes between champions, often setting the tone early with decisive goals. The UEFA Europa League, though not his most frequent stage, still benefited from his presence, showing that no competition was beneath his standards. Every European night, regardless of the tournament, was treated with the same intensity and professionalism. On the international stage, Ronaldo's European legacy became even more meaningful. Representing Portugal, he carried not just his own expectations, but the hopes of an entire nation. In the UEFA European Championship, his goals were moments of national pride, combining leadership with clutch finishing. From his early tournaments as a young talent to his later years as captain, Ronaldo evolved into the emotional and competitive heartbeat of the team. His performances at Euro tournaments showcased his adaptability, scoring with power, precision, and intelligence, while also creating space and opportunities for teammates. The UEFA Nations League added another layer to his European story. In a competition designed to bring intensity back to international football, Ronaldo once again rose to the occasion. His hat-trick performances and decisive goals reminded the world that age had not diminished his hunger or quality. Even as younger stars emerged, Ronaldo continued to be the difference-maker, proving that experience, discipline, and elite preparation can extend greatness far beyond normal expectations. European qualifiers are often overlooked, but they are where consistency and leadership matter most. Ronaldo's goals in these matches ensured Portugal's presence at major tournaments and reinforced his reputation as a player who delivers regardless of the opponent. Whether facing footballing giants or smaller nations defending deep, he found ways to score, from long-range rockets to simple tap-ins, each one contributing to a record-breaking international career. These goals were not glamorous highlights alone, they were the foundation that allowed Portugal to compete on Europe's biggest stages. What truly sets this compilation apart is the evolution visible across the goals. Early strikes show raw athleticism and flair, while later goals reflect intelligence, positioning, and efficiency. Ronaldo adapted his game as his body changed, turning from a pure winger into a complete forward and eventually into one of the most lethal penalty box finishers football has ever seen. This ability to reinvent himself is a key reason why his European goal tally continued to grow long after most players would have declined. The emotional impact of these goals cannot be ignored. Each celebration, each roar of the crowd, each moment of silence before an explosive reaction captures the drama of European football. Ronaldo's iconic celebrations became symbols of belief and confidence, moments that energized stadiums and inspired millions watching around the world. For fans, these goals are tied to memories, unforgettable nights, historic comebacks, and seasons that defined eras. This hour-long journey through Ronaldo's European goals is more than a highlight reel, it is a masterclass in excellence. It shows how dedication, relentless work ethic, and unshakable self-belief can elevate talent into legend. From Manchester United's rise to European glory, through Real Madrid's golden era, to Juventus and Portugal's historic moments, every goal adds another layer to a legacy that transcends clubs and competitions. Cristiano Ronaldo's European story is ultimately about impact. He didn't just score goals, he changed games, shaped tournaments, and redefined standards. Watching these strikes in sequence reveals the scale of his influence and the consistency of his brilliance. It is a reminder that football history is written not only by trophies, but by moments, and few players have created more unforgettable European moments than Cristiano Ronaldo. This ultimate compilation invites you to relive those moments, to feel the tension before the shot, the explosion of joy after the goal, and the sense of witnessing something truly special. It is pure footballing history, preserved through goals that will be remembered as long as the European game is played.